Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now heavyweights, baby. You know what I'm saying? We still got a little residue from the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight, right? The rematch, right? We have the glove tampering issues that I don't want to talk about much, but you just do a little bit. You don't want to talk about it 'cause I told you what's up. Bottom line, doesn't matter what happens. Ain't nobody really going to care about that. You can forget that. Now Tyson Fury has some other issues, but the glove tampering, one of his cornerman, Jorge Capetillo, it's like, hey man, there wasn't no glove tampering. Period. Ain't no glove tampering. So, bottom line, what you gonna say? Now, me personally, I just, looking at everything from all the different angles, the sides, and whatever. Me personally, it's bottom line. If a fight had to be stopped with Christian Hammer, right, for you messing around with them gloves, the dude had to stop it, and the referee was disgusted at the beginning of the fight, right? Then, in two other fights, we got the same issue with the gloves. So my point is, what would a referee stop a fight for if the glove's not tampered with, right? And then, if your fist keeps coming down in the glove, whatever, man. Right? If it's not tampering, it's not going to be anyway. If that's not tampering, then no one tampers with their glove. Right? So some people are saying, even boxers, Steve Cunningham is coming out saying, hey, man, don't look right. Ish Smith is coming out saying, man, look, the one thing Ish Smith shouldn't have said, thankfully, is blacks always try to discredit a popular white fighter. Right? I think it's the exact opposite, but I'm a black guy, so no one's going to listen to that. I mean, but when you say that, explain. Give us examples of that, right? That's a very ignorant thing to say, and it's like meaning you're oblivious to what's going on around you, Mr. Ish Smith. You should just say, hey, I'm on this side, on this one, right? But to say the blacks try to discredit um, white fighters, popular fighters, is something that you shouldn't be saying because, see, when it's the other way around, we have examples. Who goes for Kovalev versus Andre Ward? Who? What would be your reasoning to go for Kovalev? Has done every damn thing that's wrong in mankind, and he was still, people wanted him to beat Andre Ward, the smaller guy, not that much puncher power, God-fearing family man, right? That never says anything bad to anybody, right? Why were we going for him? Tyson Fury, 50 pounds heavier than Deontay Wilder, talks more smack, is more controversy than ever. We know right now with the nandrolone, the wild boar, the cocaine, the horsehair, whatever, just one thing after another. So you don't want to go there because there you're wrong. When the black people are talking about what's going on with a white fighter, it's probably because he's been exalted higher than he should be, and they just let's be fair for everyone. And let's be real. If you're American right now, if you're not American, then you don't understand. But America, you just saw people wipe their butt with the Constitution. You just saw your president is like Tyson Fury, one transgression after another. There's nobody that he's ever hired that doesn't have a criminal background. If it's Michael Flynn, now security advisor, Papalopoulos, remember him? Remember his lawyer, Cohen, right? His right hand man, Roger Stone. All these people are in jail, right? Lev Parnas comes out and told you that uh, Cruz and Nunez and Lindsey Graham had something to do with the Ukraine scandal. Mike Pence, our Secretary of State, is also involved. Just all of the positions. 30 people in the White House working without security clearances. Who works close to the White House without security clearances? The daughter and the son-in-law making money, have positions that they have not really should have, right? And I can go on and on. This is as a layman. People in politics understand that it goes even further than this. When I say Alex Acosta, Secretary of Labor, who let Epstein basically go, there's just, have you not hired anybody who isn't a criminal? I mean, really. And so what we do is we don't even want to find out the truth. So we let that go through. That's the president, right? And it lies considerably. Uh, Reporters ask normal questions and they get cussed out basically, right? Calling your press fake news if it's just saying something the truth. So if you're oblivious to all of that to come and talk some, like blacks are trying to do, it's ridiculous right now. That's not the time for that. And you word it differently, right? Because Lomachenko, After his second fight, after they lost, third fight he wins, gets title shots right away, and then he's put in front of people who's had 40 fights, been undisputed. So those kind of things you have to call out. They're not right, right? So therefore, whatever, you shouldn't be saying that, but you could disagree because bottom line is, everybody disagrees is okay. If you've been objective before and you don't have the same opinion. We don't go right away, hey, this is cool, he doesn't have the same opinion. Not here, right? But right now, understand what you're living through right now, right? And people kneeling at the national anthem and being called SOBs, right? White supremacists are doing 71% of the damn hate crime in America, and everybody else except them are called terrorists, all right? I mean, you don't want to be oblivious to what's going on around you. So, as a black guy, Ish Smith should not have went there. That's why he's getting. But the articles. If someone said something against Deontay Wilder and for Tyson Fury or whatever, then the articles, hey, he was real. He kept it 100. The article names are different. Now, Ish Smith got some backlash, and it was disgusting black backlash for Ish Smith, right? Steve Cunningham saying what he's saying as a boxer who's, fought Tyson Fury. And the referee, Eddie Cotton, after the fight said it's the dirtiest guy that I've ever refed in 24 years. So while all those things being said, it's as similar as Trump. Either you're going to say, at what point you're going to say something, or you're probably never going to say anything, ever. And that's the point with Tyson Fury. It doesn't really, really matter. That's why the glove gate, whatever with that. Nobody's going to ever care about that. I'm just sorry. It's the same place where no one ever cared. Imagine to bribe another country with a new president, because of an election. That's one of the worst things you can do using, this abuse of power. And it's obvious. And, 40% of Americans don't even give a damn. Because as long as he's this way. Not to mention the decorum and other things that he does. So you don't care. So the same thing with Tyson Fury. He beat Deontay Wilder. Nobody's going to care. Even this wild board issue that's going on, and it's an issue. It's a big issue, right? Well, they're going to be saying it's coming from 2015 to 16. What does that have to do with it, right? You know, like you can murder somebody 45 years ago, and it's okay because we didn't, nobody did anything now. They find out the truth. Doesn't really matter when you find out the truth. And it also sets a precedent of what kind of guy this is, which everyone knows already, right? But, and it actually as a boxer, people like Tyson Fury, right? And that he's nuts. We kind of like that. But if you're cheating, you can't be on the side of cheats. In all of sports, we're trying to, get the cheats out of there if we possibly can, right? Because especially a contact sport. So you're not wanting people to cheat, right? And normally, under normal circumstances, if a big old dude is cheating to beat a little old dude, normally you're on the side of that little old dude. But here you're not. And so why would that be? Ishmael and others. So, yeah, we're saying that he's no glove tampering and whatever with that. People can believe what they want to believe. They just hope that, hey, the guy who's tying up Tyson Fury's gloves, maybe let it not be Ricky Hatton. Those guys are tied up. Just tie them up a little bit tight so we don't have anything to talk about. Because for us, we've seen it several times. The referee for the Christian Hammer fight saw it too. I wonder why he stopped the fight. For nothing? I wonder why he was disgusted. For nothing? So when those things keep happening, at what point are we going to say, hey, dude, slow down on the cheating, right? Especially if you're bigger than everybody. You know what I'm saying? And more skilled. Why do we have to cheat against little old skinny old dudes with no talent, right? So that's interesting to me. We follow that story or whatever, but I think that you guys keep your eye on the UKAD and see what they do also about the wild boar excuse because the excuse is gone. So let's see what they're going to do. Are they going to do a Dillian White situation where they never show you the B sample or will they never say anything about this because they're investigating? And as long as you hear this, that only UKAD is investigating Tyson Fury about the wild boar incident in Nandrolone, guaranteeing you nothing is going to happen because let's make sure something else is clear. I'm glad I thought about this. One of the reasons why they didn't continue to investigate back then in 2015 is because they seem to have been running out of money. So that means when a drug agency catches somebody and they have to investigate, they can probably run out of money, right? So that shouldn't be that way. There should be some kind of way that they get money, that they have enough money to investigate when people are found guilty, and to at least have the money to investigate. That's very interesting, because if you don't have the money to investigate, then you ain't gonna investigate. You understand? So that's another issue with some of these agencies, these drug agencies. So let's see what happens going forward. It seems to be with the gloves, no matter how many times that you've been shown on TV that something's wrong with them, then obviously nothing's wrong with them. So you can't believe your eyes anymore. Doma Sports Talk, worldwide. And I'm about here, y'all.